Hey everybody, April with April a Liberty Yoga Inclusive. And today we're going to be using our meditation cushion for deep forward folds. If you need a meditation cushion, look down below. There's some links to the one that I'm using, or maybe some other links. And feel free to share this video with your friends, anybody who might need this information. Let's get started. So our first forward fold will be for people who have a hard time doing Paschimottanasana, which is this pose where we forward fold. Sometimes their back gets round or they feel too much intensity in their hamstrings. So we are going to put the cushion underneath our knees. This is also a really great pose for after you've done a lot of really intense back bends, because the emphasis is on opening the lower back versus the hamstrings. So you can hold your feet. In fact, if you have a strap, this might be great with a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can just fold up a blanket or a towel, place the strap on the balls of your feet and then pull yourself forward. So you should feel a spreading in your lower back. And inhale and come up. The second one we're going to do is put the soles of our feet together and put the cushion right in between. So if you have a large cushion, this might not work. You could always put your feet on the cushion, like if it took up a huge area. But for me, I just put the cushion in between, and then I'm going to pull those feet in, sit up nice and straight and tall, and then this helps me to learn how to fold forward and not round my back. So that comes later. So I'm just going to put the ribs, my ribs, on the cushion, and then I'm going to keep everything straight rather than rounding the back and coming forward. So 5 breaths here. And come up with an inhale. Okay, another reason why I really like that is the emphasis in yoga is really on the breath coming and going from your belly. So if you have something pressing against your belly, it really emphasizes the breath. So Upavishta Konasana, or middle split, we're going to move the cushion forward depending on your ability to fold forward in this pose. And again, the tendency is to round. So instead of rounding, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. So pubic bone down. Make sure your knees are up toward the sky. And then you're just going to fold forward. And I'm keeping my back straight versus kind of like, you know, scrunching my shoulders up toward my neck. And again, I can focus on my breath because my ribs are pressing right into the cushion. And I just want to give you one other variation here. For those of you that practiced Ashtanga, in Ashtanga we actually hold the toes. So you could pull that cushion back a little bit more and practice holding your toes here, and it kind of holds you up. So press those toes back into your hands and breathe. This is great, actually. This is great practice. And inhale, come up. So the next one is for people that have trouble with Paschimottanasana, which is that first pose that we did. But this time, emphasis on the backs of the legs. So the first one we focused on our lower back. So this time, and this is a little high for me, but it may not be for you. So we're just gonna fold forward and immediately I'm stopped. So I'm not feeling all that much here, but if you had someone who was really tight in the backs of their legs, they would probably love this extra support. And then, you know, you kind of pull your toes to bring your arms just straight. Keep that lowest lower back up and in. And inhale, come up. So the next one I want to show you is not for everybody, but people who are approaching a deeper practice will love this. So you're going to put the meditation cushion down, and we're actually going to stand on it. Make sure you don't lose your balance. And then you're going to fold forward. So my feet are pretty supported here, actually. That feels really good. And just like deep forward fold, Uttanasana, we're just going to start to bend the elbows and bring your body, your chest down. So what this is great for is if you're learning the float, and if you know what that is, you know how hard it is, you have to press into the floor and float your feet forward, and sometimes they hover. I'm still working on that myself. But what this does is it shows you just how high you can be able to reach. You can float if there were no cushion here, which of course I have the support of the cushion and I need it. But it just helps you to get a lot deeper in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. You can even bring the hands behind, but the whole point is to see, like, this cushion is probably about 7 inches tall. So if I had the strength, I would be able to push into my hands and hover my feet 7 inches off the ground. So it starts to give you a perspective for what you're able to do. And for those of you just approaching this, if this cushion is too high, you can simply bend your knees. And then that's what I have for you today. So hopefully you can play with that and start to work on your hamstrings, start to open your back, bring this to your students. Yeah, if there's anything else we can help you with, send us a comment below and we'll get right back to you. Thanks so much. Until next time.